Picture yourself standing in ancient Rome's forum, surrounded by colonnades, market stalls, and voices echoing in a labyrinth of streets. But how did this urban web come to shape not just Rome but cities for millennia? And why do those same patterns still haunt modern skylines? The city's bones tell a story, one Spiro Kostof decodes with surgical genius, revealing a secret puzzle beneath every street and square. Start with streets, the veins that pump life through any city. But these aren't just pathways, they're storytelling tools that reveal a city's soul and its power struggles. In ancient Rome, roads like the Via Appia weren't just functional, they symbolized Rome's reach and order. Built with layers of gravel and stone, these roads were marvels of engineering and diplomacy, connecting rebellious provinces to the heart of an empire. They proclaimed power by laying down a literal path for conquest and control. Think of streets as the city's unique fingerprint. They twist and turn, carve neighborhoods, and mark social layers. Like a fingerprint, no two city street networks are exactly alike. Whether it's the winding alleys of Istanbul or the strict grid of Manhattan, streets encode history, culture, and people's priorities. When you map a city's streets, you unlock its hidden narrative of power and identity. Knowing a street's origin, whether war, commerce, or survival, lets you read a city like an open book. Suddenly, urban navigation isn't just physical, it's a lesson in history and influence. Next, let's dive into public spaces, the city's living rooms and theaters. These plazas are more than just empty spots, they're dynamic stages that shape social life and civic identity. Florence's Piazza della Signoria played a starring role in Renaissance politics and culture. It wasn't just a square but a canvas where statues like Michelangelo's David stood guard, signaling civic pride and republican power. Riots, speeches, and festivals all unfolded here, making the space pulse with human drama. Think of public squares as stages in a grand urban theater. People aren't random props but actors playing out scripts of daily life, protest, celebration, and commerce. Just as a theater's shape guides play and performance, the design of plazas directs social interaction and movement. When a city creates open plazas, it isn't just carving out space, it's crafting human connection. From markets in Marrakesh to farmers' gatherings in New England, these open areas dissolve anonymity and invite community, turning strangers into neighbors and neighborhoods into societies. Finally, let's tackle borders, the liminal zones where city meets countryside, control meets chaos. These edges are telling, revealing how cities shield, expand, and imagine themselves. The Great Fire of London in 1666 wiped out huge swaths of the city's dense medieval fabric. Rebuilding meant redefining borders, wider streets, clearer boundaries between city and countryside. This disaster forced Londoners to rethink urban density and fire safety, physically and socially reshaping the city's edge forever. City borders aren't static fences but pressure cookers. They absorb migrations, wars, and disasters, constantly reshaping in response. Like a rubber band stretched and released, edges mark the tension between order inside and the chaos outside, pushing cities to evolve or fracture. Borders aren't hard lines but blurry zones of interaction. Farming villages turn suburbs, green belts shrink, and city sprawl diffuses. This urban-rural symbiosis means cities are never truly contained but exist in constant dialogue with their surroundings, an insight that redefines how we think about urban today. Remember that Roman forum where we started? Now you see how streets, squares, and borders are the city's secret language, a pulse you can read today. So next time you wander a street or lounge in a plaza, try this, pause and ask, what story does this space tell? You might discover your city is whispering history in plain sight. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.